Hello again, YouTubers! I'm SpongeBob 101 back here again on the SpongeBob channel, and in today's video for July 13th, 2016, we're going to be looking at SpongeBob episode 199, Sold and Layman Fortune. Alright, so today is, I'm recording this on July 13th, and it should go up on the very same day. And actually, we are doing this on the old set, and this is actually going to be the very last time we're going to be doing a video here on the old set, because the place is now going to be rented out. So, you know, pretty sad, but you know, we've been doing videos at least in this entire house ever since we began, and I've been living here prior to that as well. So very disappointing, but we've actually been on this table for like 3 years, and the last time, I mean, you know, when we started for the very first time as well, I actually did videos on the table, and then I moved down to the floor. Kind of was because, you know, there was those SpongeBob 3-pack game 3-pack thingy, you know, that I could put in the background, so SpongeBob related, right? So but nonetheless, this is actually gonna be, again, final time we're doing videos in this entire place. So all subsequent videos will be on the new set. I'll be altering the background a little bit in the future there as well. Alright, so we're gonna dive right into our episodes. Sold will premiere on May 6th. 2016. I kind of did a video for this already, first take. If you haven't checked that out, description box below, and there'll be the video link there. Alright, so overall, Sold was an excellent episode in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. In fact, I laughed so hard I literally fell off the chair. I mean, don't worry, I didn't hurt myself, but yeah, I fell off the chair, okay? And there's never been a SpongeBob episode that made me laugh so hard ever. That's right, ever. So I mean, SpongeBob, you know, is really SpongeBob really does revolve around happiness and laugh and hilarity. All right, so really enjoyed Sold. The story goes like Patrick and SpongeBob SpongeBob and Patrick at least think that Nick Fishkins, this property agent, actually sold their houses, or bought their houses, so now they're homeless, and then they end up building a home made out of garbage behind the Krusty Krab. So and they begin living there, which is kind of funny. But yeah, and Squidward is kind of shocked that they would actually fall for such a ridiculous thought, but apparently they did, and Squidward decides to not tell them the real truth, and so he can have peace and quiet in his neighborhood. Well, that peace and quiet isn't gonna last long, because SpongeBob and Patrick are actually going back to visit. And visit they do. So because Squidward technically lies that SpongeBob's house is now occupied by a German family with like 12 children, and Patrick's rock is filled with is home to a rock band because his house is a rock. But yeah, so Square has to run back and forth to not let the cat out of the bag, so he pretends to be a German guy, Gerhard, and like German hello. I mean, yeah, he kind of stuffed the brush into his mouth, so yeah, it's really funny. And I also thought that SpongeBob speaking German in an English episode was excellent. It was really excellent. Really enjoyed it. And it was quite funny with the Gluten fight from its Schlusenberry Clava sauce. Yeah, that was completely hilarious the first time I heard it. But yeah, a really awesome episode. And ultimately, Squidward gives up after being frustrated to the max that it was so hard to placate SpongeBob and Patrick and get them to leave. So he just tells them the truth and tells him that Nick Fishkins flips houses for a living. So, I mean, flip can be, you know, buying and selling houses for profit. It can also be literally flipping. So SpongeBob literally flips Squidward's house upside down, and Nick Fishkins no longer wants to buy Squidward's house because no one would want to live in that thing, according to Patrick. Alright, so Squidward's house disintegrates after that, and it's a classic Squidward episode where hopes and dreams have been crushed. Alright, so I really enjoyed it. What do you guys think on Sold? Overall, I'll give it a 4.9 out of 5. It's probably my highest rating for any SpongeBob Season 9 episode so far. And most critical rating, I'm still thinking of whether I should keep this critical rating thing. But if I do decide to change it, I will change it by the next episode review. So most critical rating, I'll still give it a 4.5 out of 5. And now moving on to the really newer episode, Layman Fortune, premiered on July 11th, 2016. And this episode, I was actually kind of excited for it prior to the premiere. I got to see it via iTunes. Again, oh, by the way, the link to the 2 episodes is in the description box below. You can go check it out for yourself. But anyways, I was kind of excited for this episode because, you know, Soul was just great, and I thought, you know, maybe the pair would be just as great. Well, I was kind of wrong. I mean, at least in my opinion, I didn't really enjoy Layman Fortune, and I'll explain why. So, Layman Fortune is really just, cargo ship drops a crate of fortune cookies with fortunes that really do come true on SpongeBob, who is clock watching with Gary. When was the last time we've even seen SpongeBob clock watching? So that was pretty cool. But really, the entire crate smashes down. SpongeBob comes to the realization that, you know, a fortune has fallen upon him, literally. So he decides to share with everyone else. Mr. Krabs capitalizes on it to make more quick bucks by selling it to the denizens of Bikini Bottom. And, well, it turns out really great because the fortunes again do really come true. So, you know, the citizens are pretty happy, until Plankton comes up with a scheme that Karen predicts. Right, so Karen predicts that he has another genius plan to steal the Krabby Patty formula, and it's finally be all his. And then the evil laugh, and then Plankton's like, wow, I really can't tell if you're sarcastic or psychic. Obviously she's sarcastic, but as we all know, Plankton never realizes that, you know, he's literally copying all the ideas from Karen. But yeah, he's in his own world, right? Alright, anyways, Plankton decides to make his own fortune cookies, but put bad fortunes inside of them, and then replace it with the fortune cookies that Mr. Krabs is selling. So all the customers are even persuaded that the Krusty Krab is inherently bad, like the yellow sponge will give customers salmonella, and eating at a chum bucket would make them live forever, so they decide to go to the chum bucket. And it's like, worth it, right? So eating jambalaya is worth it. I mean, the contradiction there is that throughout the entire series, it's not just about continuity, it's about the dynamics of SpongeBob. We've always known that the Bottomites were way smarter than that, right? And we all knew that everyone kind of thought that chum was terrible. So it was kind of weird to actually see the Bottomites so willingly eat chum. I mean, I understand it's the live forever part, but in past episodes, like Plankton's regular, that guy's name was Nate, right? Yeah, I mean, he literally had to get his stomach pumped. So wouldn't that actually shorten their lifespan? lifespans instead of lengthen it. But yeah, I think I didn't quite get that part. But the real very lame part was when Mr. Krabs was actually given a fortune by Plankton to give a certain cephalopod the secret Krabby Patty formula. So, or Mr. Krabs will die. Yeah. And you know, there's like that kind of like imaginary bubble where Mr. Krabs imagines his funeral, and Pearl is so evil as to take all of her father's money and spend it on shoes. And so Mr. Krabs literally wakes up and it's like, my money, but he ends up hitting his head when SpongeBob is literally pouring his tears into Mr. Krabs' coffin, which you'll see here. But yeah, I kind of thought that was pretty funny, but yet pretty crude as well. You know, and I also noticed that Pearl is kind of getting more evil as a character, at least as how the writers portray him. But Shoes is probably the only thing the writers do focus on Pearl nowadays. Remember, if we look back at Earworm back in season 7, just because she couldn't get a pair of shoes, she literally cried and flooded the store. And in Mr. Krabs Takes a Vacation, right? Pearl takes away the 2 limited edition SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs dollar bills to pay for shoes. So, you know, again, I really thought they could, like, you know, diversify in the characters, and same goes for Plankton. I mean, how many times have we had these kind of exactly same idea Plankton episodes? I mean, we kind of just had one in episode 198, remember? Copy Bob Ditto Pants. So I didn't see why Plankton had to literally do the same thing. Even if he were to try to steal the Krabby Patty formula, wouldn't it be cooler if Plankton was the one who made the fortune cookies in the first place, as part of a more diabolical scheme, right? So I thought that would, you know, add a little bit more life into the episode, but apparently not. So SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs, attempt to deliver the formula to Plankton. Plankton gets stepped on a lot and doesn't get the formula, even though trying to fish it. Literally, he was in like this mini boat and tried to fish fish the secret formula out from the sea of fish. As in, yeah, because there was a big crowd there. So yeah, that part I really didn't get, but okay. And at the end of the day, Plankton gets fed up. Oh, I like the part where Plankton got squashed and he turned out like a Splat, you know, the old Nickelodeon Splat. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, at the end of the day, Plankton tells everyone that they are like mindless sheep, willing to follow anything, and they all go back to the Krusty Krab. And well, that's not really the end of the story. Mr. Krabs gives Plankton a fortune that he would go on a long trip and get what he deserves. So, scene flashes to this Chinese restaurant here, and some diner opens up a fortune cookie. Plankton falls out, and that diner tries to eat Plankton. Really? Come on, guys, really? You know, I've actually never been this disappointed in any SpongeBob episode in season 9, frankly. I thought this was arguably my least favorite. So what do you guys think? Comment in the box below. From what I've seen so far, quite a few people actually enjoyed this episode. I still can understand that, but personally I didn't like it, so I'll give it a 2.5 out of 5. Most critical rating, 2 out of 5. Alright, so overall this episode was, it kind of really balanced out. One really great episode and one really weak episode in my opinion, so it's more like a 3 on average. 3.5, I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5 overall. So what do you guys think? Comment in the box below. Make sure to subscribe, like, favorite, comment, etc. Say goodbye to our YouTube set here for 5.5 years. Actually, it's more than 5.5 years. 5 years and about 8 months. So yeah, it's really the final time you'll be seeing this place, and I really want to thank you guys for supporting us throughout the time we've been here since November 28th, 2010. And we'll continue to bring you guys videos from our new set that you probably may have seen in a few videos prior to this one, alright? So thank you guys for watching. Keep it right here on Anonymous SpongeBob 101, and I hope you guys enjoy the entire week of SpongeBob premieres, by the way. It's gonna be epic. I'm really excited for Food Con Castaways, which is actually coming out later, 5:30 today. So make sure to tune into Nick for all new SpongeBobs every day till Friday. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next video. Bye!